Hi everyone, I'm Grace Estrella, one of the outdoor leaders with the Sierra Club's Pittsburgh chapter. Today we are going to be experiencing a labyrinth walk, and we are still social distancing and quarantining during the COVID-19 pandemic. So one thing that I want to recommend is if you are not in a neighborhood in the city where you can walk or bicycle to a labyrinth to experience, then stay at home, watch this video, and check out some of the resources that are posted below this for ways to enjoy and experience labyrinths at home when you can't get to a labyrinth to walk. Labyrinths are pretty old. If you're not familiar with them, they date back to about the earliest times, I think, are around 1500 BC. And we have throughout the world a lot of different kinds of labyrinths. There are classical, medieval, Roman, and contemporary, to name a few. And the one that we're going to be experiencing today is in the medieval group. And you'll get to see it as soon as I stop talking and having the camera facing me, because I'm going to flip it around and we'll experience the labyrinth that is closest to my home, that I can walk or ride my bike to. So I am here this morning experiencing the Homestead Labyrinth that is at the Waterfront. If you're not familiar with it, it is kind of tucked down below next to the river, next to the pump house, which is sort of at the end or beginning of the waterfront, depending which way you're coming in. But it's by the Lowe's and the USS Steel offices. It's not apparent if you park at the pump house parking lot, which it's actually closed right now, so probably parking at Lowe's and then walking over is your best bet if you happen to be here, or if we're not quarantining anymore. Let me add that. And then you can walk over. There is a sign along the sidewalk to alert you to where it is. But if you're at the pump house, there's just a little trail that comes down here to where it is. So it's not always obvious to folks that it's even here, unless you're walking on the trail and you see the sign, or if you're walking on the sidewalk up where the bike path also runs along, which is part of the Gap Trail. Okay, enough talking, let's walk. Okay, so what we have before us is a medieval style or chart style labyrinth, complete with a variation on the lunation theme. The lunations are these little triangles. Sometimes they are semicircles, oftentimes they're semicircles, but this labyrinth that was created in part by a local artist whose name I need to get, or should have, that I don't have or remember off the top of my head. This labyrinth was created, again, drawing a blank on how long ago, but I want to say maybe 10 years ago. The lunations that go around it are 28 in each quadrant. There's 4 quadrants in this labyrinth. Some think that that is symbolic of the 28 days of the lunar cycle. Again, there's lots of theories abounding about what labyrinths are for, what they're about, how they came into being. But ultimately, we often now use it as a type of walking meditation. And that's what we're going to do today. And we'll talk a little bit more about labyrinths and where you can find other labyrinths when we're able to travel a bit more freely throughout the city as we walk. So in approaching the labyrinth, hello Shadow, I would invite you to take some deep breaths. If you would like to remove your socks and shoes, if you are actually walking one, have one close to you, then you can be barefoot and be connected that much more with the ground underneath of you. And if you have any question that you're looking for an answer for, or a mantra or a prayer that you like to repeat to yourself during other times when you may meditate or are just out in the natural world, then you can take that with you into the labyrinth. But most of all, when experiencing the labyrinth, have an open mind, have an open heart, and experience whatever you will experience. There's no right or wrong way to experience the labyrinth. And with that, we will begin walking. There is no particular pace either that is recommended for labyrinth experiences. I've definitely run labyrinths, crawled them, skipped through them, and pretty much experienced them in about as many ways as one can experience them. What we're walking right now are called the circuits, and I will have to count these when I go out because I'm actually not sure how many circuits are in this one. There can be 5, 7, 9, 12. I'm not sure what the largest amount of circuits in a labyrinth has ever been, but some of the ones that are created out in very open spaces, or on beaches even, can be pretty big. This area is pretty large for this labyrinth, but they can be very small as well. In fact, one of the ways in which you can have a variation on the labyrinth theme is to create a spiral, because ultimately labyrinths are a kind of spiral. They just have the circles that are a little different than spirals. But creating a spiral is very easy. You don't have to create these folded circuits. Rather, you can just draw a spiral with string or masking tape or branches and rocks and leaves. If you're wanting to do this at home, that is by far the easiest way to experience a very similar feeling to walking a labyrinth. Looks as though the geese are having a field day here. I'm always curious to see what lies in the path of the labyrinth whenever I go to one to walk. Today it seems to be goose poop and dandelions and lots of other things growing, since, as you can see, this labyrinth is constructed with a type of brick and just the grass. And those interesting triangles around the edges. The thing that I also like to do when walking Labyrinth is to notice what is around the labyrinth, not just in the labyrinth. Today, there seem to be some things happening that are making noise. That is often the case. No matter where we are in the labyrinth. Although some are quite quiet and offer a lot of respite from the outside world. One that comes to mind is the labyrinth that is set up at the East Liberty Presbyterian Church on Mondays and Wednesdays. It occasionally had been set up in the past in their courtyard, which is a really beautiful experience. But their labyrinth is a canvas labyrinth that is quite old, and there's a concern now that it might get damaged if the weather were to turn inclement if we're outside. So I don't think they're setting it up in the courtyard anymore. But maybe that just means it's time for them to get a new labyrinth. Anyway, it's usually set up in the social hall or in the basketball courts, oddly enough. The only other place that's large enough for it. Actually, that is a different labyrinth that they set up. They do have two different canvas labyrinths now that I remember. The social hall labyrinth is much larger. The one in the gymnasium is smaller. But both are medieval style labyrinths. And it's definitely quietest in the social hall when that one is set up. Another indoor labyrinth that you can experience is at the Children's Hospital, of all places, which I think is a really wonderful place for a labyrinth, since oftentimes our visits to the hospital are not maybe pleasant ones, and we may need a place or a space to be, to walk and just let whatever comes to us come. That labyrinth isn't quite as quiet though, even though it's indoors. It's in the atrium on the 6th floor. And there are lots of other things around it for children and families to entertain themselves with and pass the time with. So I've run into a few rambunctious children while experiencing that labyrinth, but it has a very wonderful energy, as all labyrinths that I've experienced do. So I would recommend that one sometime as well. Or if you happen to find yourself at the hospital, go and check out the labyrinth in the atrium. Well, we are making our way here. It might seem like it's taking a bit of time. And if you're not walking really fast, or you're stopping to think about something or observe something, then it certainly could take longer. But we are just about to enter the center. do like the shape of this center with the star. Other labyrinths have what looks more like a flower with round, soft petal shapes, but the triangles are different and unique. So some will stand in the middle, some will walk around. There's really, again, no right or wrong way to experience a labyrinth. Just go with whatever feels to you to be most comfortable. See a little bit of the Monongahela over there today. And gratitude. Gratitude is probably the biggest thing that I would recommend having for the labyrinth, for our time together, be it virtual or actual, physically together. Just for being here during this time to experience this together. Thank you. Thank you for being with me. And back out we go. So some other outdoor labyrinths in the area worth exploring. Let's see. Jessica's Labyrinth at Chatham University's campus in Shady Side. It's also a beautiful labyrinth. It's in front of Berry Hall. It's open to the public, just as all labyrinths in the city are. Another one is a little bit outside the city, but also on a college campus, at La Roche College, where Kern's Spirituality Center is. There is a labyrinth sort of behind the center, very beautiful, and I think probably the largest labyrinth in the area, if I recall correctly. Has a really lovely trunk center for sitting on, if you like. There's a carving of a labyrinth on the trunk, which is just a little wonderful extra bonus when you get to the center to find that. In the city, another outdoor labyrinth is the one at the Garfield Community Garden at the intersection of Cornwall and I believe Willow Street. That is one that I have still not experienced, oddly enough. Not because I haven't wanted to, I just haven't gotten there yet. I believe that one is a classical labyrinth, smaller and shaped a bit differently, more sort of like, if you can picture maybe the profile of a brain. It's kind of like that, I believe. Some other theory about the shape of the labyrinth in relation to the way the brain is configured suggests that walking the circuits does some sort of realigning of energies or neurons in our brain and in between the two hemispheres, sort of rebalancing of them. I know I always feel, at the very least, more centered and calm when I have walked a labyrinth. Oftentimes I feel really inspired. Or I'll notice different themes that come through during my walk. Recently, the theme has been gratitude. Always gratitude. And I'm taking that today. When I walk the labyrinth and see that it's been cared for, I'm grateful. Every time I come to a labyrinth, I'm grateful that it's there, because while I don't think we need to protect labyrinths the way we need to protect other parts of our environment, they are gifts. Really beautiful gifts that connect people and the natural world together. And so they do deserve to be maintained. And I suppose if ever there were wild kinds of things that abounded with labyrinth hunters and those that would want to destroy labyrinths, which I don't think that has happened anywhere yet, then I suppose we would have to protect labyrinths. But they have had their share of affiliations with various religions. But unless you are religious yourself, then you may be able to just really use the labyrinth as more of a way to connect with yourself and with the earth. Because labyrinths have been found in all cultures throughout the world. And I think they really are very symbolic of many things, but probably not maybe religion so much. The pilgrimage to oneself, or to whatever one considers to maybe be a higher source of energy or something, is definitely a theory that's attributed to labyrinths. I like the pilgrimage to self and the pilgrimage to the earth. Let's see, are there any other labyrinths in the area? We've got the one in Homestead, the one at Chatham, the one at Children's Hospital, the one at East Liberty Presbyterian, the one at Kearns. I think that's it. Oh, well, I also have a labyrinth, or access to a labyrinth, a beautiful 40-foot in diameter canvas labyrinth that, through my healing arts practice, I am able to share with others for any kinds of events or transitions or experiences, even if it's just a labyrinth walk experience. It certainly does not have to be a kind of celebration, but it's often used for celebrating, but mostly for meditating. So you can contact me in the future if you have an interest in experiencing the labyrinth in a place of your own choosing, as long as there's enough room. But we can also build them. As I mentioned, there are many ways to create labyrinths on the fly. So, as far as the labyrinths in the Pittsburgh area, though, I think we've covered them all. If you want to find labyrinths labyrinths in other areas or even further outside the city. There is a small one around the Washington, Pennsylvania area. It was created by Dorit Brower, I believe is how her last name is pronounced. And you can find that exact address through the Labyrinth locator online, which will be posted with this video. And we are out. It's a beautiful day. Give thanks for this beautiful setting, for this beautiful labyrinth walk. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me today for the Labyrinth walk in Homestead. If you have any other questions regarding labyrinths, feel free to contact me through either my website or by phone, which you can find on my website. And as with all great things outdoors that we can enjoy and protect with either Sierra Club or just on our own. Be safe, be well. We'll see you soon.